The first thing that we're going to talk about today, you already know, is all about the huge news that dropped just a few hours ago, it feels like. But in case you missed the opening of our show tonight, Ryan Reynolds himself announced across social media that Hugh Jackman is returning as Wolverine for the next Deadpool film. Round of applause, everybody. Not only are we getting a new Deadpool movie, but Hugh Jackman is back as Wolverine. Yeah, it's going to be absolutely incredible. Uh, Gentlemen, I want to hear from you guys. Do we want to hear from you out there? How are you celebrating? Where were you when you heard the news? How excited are you for this movie? Our social media has been blowing up. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere. Everybody's excited. It's pretty big. So we want to hear from you guys. Let us know. We'll start with you, gentlemen. Matt, I already know where you stand. I'll get to you in a second. Joe, this news, how does it make you feel, man?
No, excited, because we're finally going to get to see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine one last time. And hopefully, I'm with Maddie on this one. Hopefully, this will be the last time we see him as Wolverine, and then they'll introduce a new actor as Wolverine. But either way, I'm excited to see this. I know everybody else was as well. So I think it's something that we all knew, though, for quite some time. So just to hear confirmation of it is pretty cool.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. Nobody knew. Nobody had any idea. But somebody who claims he knew, we're going to get to next. Maddie B, your initial reaction about Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine.
Well, I wasn't very surprised, to be honest with you, and not that I have concrete, solid sources, but there's places that I've been and seen that called this back when we didn't get the mutant news at D23, and basically they knew that that was going to come, that there would be backlash from fans. We did get mutant news, and adding Hugh Jackman into the fold of Deadpool 3 is a nice tie over to keep fans at bay until they can establish the real new mutant universe. And that's what happened here. It's clear as day. You can see it just right in front of you. But I'm excited about it too. I don't hate seeing him reprise the role. He did a great job. But it's just the same thought I have about. I don't mind replacing Patrick Stewart as Magneto, not Magneto, but Professor X. I don't mind that. I mean, it's like at some point you got to change over and we got to do something new. And they cannot build a universe around Hugh Jackman in this role because he won't be able to go long enough.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. I totally get it. And real quick, what's up, Bryce? I see you in the chat. He says, "What's up, you bunch of geeks?" You know what's up. Hugh Jackman's back. And also, Gunner is so excited that Hugh Jackman is back as Logan. Awesome. I appreciate that. And look, we got some fans of Matty B. Daniel says, Matty B is back. You better believe it. He's been so what's the word I'm looking for?
I've
He's
been,
been
I've
missing
been,
us. He's been missing us so
no,
much.
Ted,
You won't
Ted
even
kicked me
believe
off the
it.
show. Ted kicked me off the show. He said, Ted kicked me straight off the show. He said, look, you're on suspension because your takes are too hot, they're too good, you make people laugh too much. And he
You're
said, you
drinking too much Miller Lite. It's not craft beer. It's too
actually,
much Miller.
it's too
You
much
know,
more
you
light.
know the
Actually,
real reason that he kicked Maddie off for a little bit. He suspended Maddie because I think he got jealous because Maddie looked better in the Ghostbusters costume than Ted did.
what do you actually call it, Joe? Good.
I call it a
What?
onesie.
Onesie. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's funny as hell.
We're gonna have to get you one, Joe. Bryce hashtag Team Maddie B. I love it. I love it. Okay,
Thanks,
let's
Bryce.
get to this. The reason why I'm excited is because I don't believe this was like going to happen for sure. I don't believe it was set in stone. I really did feel like Hugh Jackman has played a superhero character long enough. People get tired of it. You think Robert Downey Jr. is ever going to come back? The dude's tired of it. Um, they just want to be done with it. They want to move on. They want to accomplish other things in their careers. These are actual like solid actors we're talking about here. Hugh Jackman's no different. The dude's been on Broadway shows ever since he hung up his adamantium
Well,
claws.
he's also one of my favorite movies of all time, and
What's
I
that?
believe I'm going to get this right. It's not The Illusionist; it's the Prestige
The
with
Prestige is
yeah
fantastic.
with Christian Bale, and that's one of the best movies of all time. He's also been in The Greatest Showman. He has a wide range. And when I say that I knew this was going to happen, I'm not also saying it was set in stone. I think that there was talks about it before. Hey, what do we do? Do we recast? Do we bring back Hugh? He's still age appropriate. All that stuff was up in the air. And then you get backlash from Marvel fans from D23 of saying, hey, we were expecting mutant news. And they finalized the deal right after that. I think it's a new development, but it was in the cards.
I don't know. See, I think you want, as Marvel Studios, not Disney, not anybody else, not Fox, whichever company they are now, as Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige, you are trying to accomplish like 10 things at once. You want to bring in Deadpool long term, right, to the MCU.
Yeah.
You want to make it an easy transition, something that makes sense, but also make sure it's a Deadpool movie. And so I'm not going to claim to know what's going to happen in this movie. I've been telling people online it's going to be bananas. I want and I fully expect a Rick and Morty type escapade through the MCU. And if they use this as the launch pad to thrust Deadpool into the MCU from the Fox universe, then that's even better. This is Deadpool's last hurrah in the Fox universe, where he meets up with Logan, Wolverine, finally, and they go through some hijinks or they get into trouble, whatever the hell it is,
It's going to be funny.
and
It's
and
going
then
to be
he
good.
somehow gets launched or propelled into the MCU. I like it. I don't think this is Hugh Jackman, staking his claim as the MCU Wolverine. I just think this is like our last hurrah. This is the final ride. I did my movie with Stewart, and now I'm gonna do this movie
But
with Reynolds and go out on a bang, literally a
that
bang.
adds to my theory, though. I think, Ted, because here's the thing:
What's that?
Deadpool is an R-rated film. It's not in the MCU, and it's not going to be in the MCU unless they um, slow his roll a little bit, unless they put a parental advisory sticker on it. There's
The
no
last one was
way.
rated R. Yeah,
Yeah, but and so what they did was they slated this to be the biggest R-rated film release ever because it's going to be Wolverine teaming up with Deadpool. This is going to do crazy numbers at the box office. And because Deadpool can't be a part of the MCU, they're going to add in Hugh Jackman for this singular film just so they can tide over the mutant fans who are giving them backlash online.
yeah.
And then they can establish their own mutant universe inside of the MCU. And then that's what I mean. That's obviously what the plan is. Does anyone disagree? I mean, am I just outlandish with that thought?
Joe, what do you think, Joe?
No, I mean, I think he's right on. I mean, Wolverine coming back, is every geek's dream come true. It's
He's
big
the best
news.
superhero ever. The
It's big
Wolverine is the
news.
best.
Yeah, this version of Wolverine is the best. So it's exciting that we're gonna get to see him back, no doubt. But another thing is it's time to make way for the new whoever's gonna pick up the mantle after Hugh Jackman. It's time to move on because this is the last Fox property or Fox I guess movie in this timeline or in this genre
Sure.
that Deadpool's going to go ahead and portray on film. After this, he's going to have to be integrated some way somehow into the MCU. You know,
Mhm.
so that's going to me that's the exciting thing is like okay, this is kind of like the last swan song for Deadpool before he gets integrated into the MCU.
Yeah, last hurrah. Go on a bang. This is it right here. Like this is the movie where he goes to the MCU, but at least this one final time we get to party with Wolverine, and I think it's incredible. I really do.
Yeah,
And
because
they can do
Logan
whatever
was
they
not.
want because it's not going to be. I really don't think it's going to be an MCU movie, meaning that like this is already in the MCU and he could bump into any one of the Avengers and stuff like that. I don't think that's going to be the premise of the movie. I hope not. I think it's a very smart way to transition Wade into the MCU.
I
Well,
agree.
Deadpool can time slip as we saw in Deadpool 2, so it'd be funny if they have like a cameo somehow where he kind of bumps into Captain America just in passing, like What's up, dude?
Well, and we know he's coming into the MCU because he's also one of the only other characters who's known for breaking the fourth wall, which we're going to get into later. But the She-Hulk, those two are very known for breaking the fourth wall. I can see them writing them into the MCU later on down the way. But it's just I like I love this movie because Wolverine does not go out on a swan song, and Logan was a swan song, and he needs to go out on Metallica or something crazy. And I think that this is the way to retire the Hugh Jackman Wolverine is to enter him into this R-rated film, let him go buck wild like Wolverine would. Logan was a swan song. I love that movie. It's a beautiful film,
Love
but
it.
it's an incredible film, but it's a swan song, and that's not the way the Wolverine goes out. And so it's very cool that Hugh Jackman will reprise the role, and maybe this is the last time he assumes the character, and maybe a little bit more of a just full metal show.
Yes. I think we're saying the same things. I don't know if we're disagreeing on anything at all. I
Yeah,
want this to be balls to the wall, zany action comedy, and there's a ton of people that are like complaining that the Phase 4 is too funny already, but like it's Deadpool now. So like everybody needs to be on board with this. They should not have any
yeah,
limitations
because
whatsoever.
Deadpool is actually funny, so I mean that helps a lot.
That does help a lot. I agree. So hopefully everybody's on board. Daniel says I would sort of like a movie version of Deadpool kills Marvel, aka Fox Marvel. I
Well,
like
like
it.
it was like
I've heard
Deadpool
that from
kills the
like 10
contract,
people.
basically. That's actually a pretty good idea. I haven't heard that yet.
I've I'm not saying Daniel's wrong. I'm saying I've also heard that a few times from people. A few comments in our post today on Facebook said like that would be cool if Deadpool's the person entity,
Who
the
kills Fox?
force that kills off the Fox universe.
That's
I'm
actually a
down.
really good idea. Yeah.
I'm totally down. That's so cool. Awesome. We want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on Hugh Jackman joining Deadpool 3, returning as Wolverine? Do you have theories or do you just want to celebrate? Let us know in the comments below. Let us know exactly what you're thinking. Let us know exactly how you want this to go. Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? I think it's great that this is the last tie. This is the last tie to that universe. Well, you know, Ryan Reynolds is going to go forward as Deadpool, but was Deadpool ever really a Fox property? They did not want to make that movie only until Ryan or somebody close to him leaked the test footage. Did Fox say, "Oh, okay, we'll go ahead and make your movie, but you only get like 50 million." It
It's a
was
tough
something
movie to make.
ridiculous.
So if you're a suit sitting
They
at the
gave him no
boardroom,
budget on the first
you're
one.
like, wait, so it's a superhero film? Okay, we'll do a PG, and we'll get a lot of parents and kids in there, and they'll buy a lot of popcorn. And then, but then the other side say, actually, no, not at all. So it's actually super R rated, and we're going to deal with a lot of adult themes. So then the people in the boardroom are like, oh, this sounds a lot different than what you were originally proposing. And then they have to order three more martinis, and then they have to
I
really
give
decide.
Fox no credit. Fox gets no credit for Deadpool success.
Yeah, I agree. It's a juggernaut, and this is going to be the highest rated, highest viewed R rated film. That's the way
And
to put
probably
it.
the highest grossing
Yeah,
R-rated film.
art of all time. I guarantee you, this is going to break the box office, and I know we're going to be there. Ted has his hookup at Alamo. If anybody's listening and you want to hook up at Alamo, Ted's got this weird hookup where we get
No.
private screenings.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. Again, we want to hear from you guys. Let us know your thoughts about the news today. So excited. So excited. You guys are awesome. My phone was nonstop notifications of comments and likes and shares for like 30 minutes straight. I love that kind of thing. So
Yeah, I'm excited if they can't tell, but I'm nursing a sore back right now, so
he is
I'm
in a
in
lot of
pain.
pain.
I'm in pain, but I'm happy.
If Joe passes out, it's 10,000 stars.
It
If
is.
Joe passes out, can we get some agreement in the chat here? If Joe passes out on stream, we get 10,000 stars. So
Yeah,
you know.
I'm being held together with duct tape.
Hey guys, AJ Nowing here. For more GeekCast episodes, subscribe to us on your podcast app and please write us a review. Be sure to like us at Facebook at facebook.com/CountdownCityGeekcast. Follow us on Twitter at ccg_podcast or visit our website at www.countdowncitygeekcast.com. See you later, guys.